Hey, okay. Chapter 15. Now remember, we've met up again with Flabbergast's auntie, who is not very nice. She's turned dish and spoon into a real dish and a real spoon. They're not dish and spoon anymore. They're not like moving. They're not real things. Real magical things. And Nine is not happy. She's like, no, not having this. She can't take them. We need to go and sort this out. So chapter 15 sees us now about to catch up with Nine, who has took off down the streets, and she's gone to the little shop of secrets, remember? The witch threw back her head and laughed, her tinkly laugh. Then her head snapped back down and she looked Nine dead in the eye. Her smile vanished instantly and her eyes were cold. And what is it that you desire so badly, dearest thief, that you come to me for help? The words stung Nine. Help. She hated asking for help at the best of times, and this was most certainly not the best of times. You're the only one who can stop Ophelia, Nine said, forcing the words out. She's changed dish and spoon into a normal dish and spoon, and boring, sang the witch. I've no interest in that whatsoever. Nine tried hard to stay calm. Spoon is your brother's friend. The witch began strutting around Nine in a threatening circle, examining a scarlet fingernail. My brother! Dear, oh dear, little thief. You really will have to try much harder than this. Family is highly overrated. The floodgates, holding back Nine's frustration, could not take much more. They're making a formula for star gold. You must have heard of star gold. Ophelia has the formula now, minus an ingredient, but that's my little secret. That's what she thinks to herself. You can take it, make the star gold, and be the most powerful witch in all the realms. Nine tried not to think about what she could have mean. I do not need alchemy for that, hissed the witch, still circling Nine. A formula for star gold is not what I desire. The floodgates burst. Then what? Nine yelled, the fear and the frustration exploding out of her at once. She put her hands on her hips. There must be something that you care about besides yourself. For the briefest moment, Nine saw a flicker of something in the witch's eyes, a flicker of sadness, a flicker of pain. But as quickly as Nine noticed it, the moment passed and it was gone again. The witch stopped circling Nine and stood right in front of her. That's my business, said the witch, and she narrowed her eyes at Nine. My aunt is foolish for desiring that formula. I have my sights on something else, something far more interesting, something, as it happens, little thief, only you, and the witch twisted her wrist and red threads shot from her fingertips. Grabbing Nine by the chin and tilting her face upwards to meet the witch's gaze, only you can help me with it. What? Said Nine, rubbing her chin. As the threads released, their grip and faded away. Shh, said the witch, flashing her dangerous smile once more. Secrets. But you have to tell me what you want me to do. The witch tutted and shook her head. Where is the fun in that? All you need to know is that we will require travelling through the world between worlds. Unfortunately, I find myself without a magical house. I thought you lived with your other aunt. Yes, said the witch slowly. Griselda the Unruly and I parted ways after a most unfortunate argument that escalated somewhat. She sighed dramatically, then smiled sweetly. I'm sure she'll escape her wardrobe eventually, and I should prefer not to be around when she does so. So, she continued lightly, I find myself with a need to travel, lacking transportation, but I believe that's easily fixed. Do you not? The penny dropped, followed swiftly by Nine's jaw. Travel with us? Flabbergast will never let you in the house. She smirked slightly at the witch. Family is highly overrated, remember? Perhaps he will not let me in. The witch's eyes danced with mischief. But you will. Nine felt her heart sink to her toes. What on earth was she doing? Asking the witch for help? Could she really let the witch travel with the house? Flabbergast would be beyond furious. He had made it perfectly clear he did not want her in his life. Anything but this, she thought to herself. It would be our little secret, whispered the witch. It must be our little secret. Days, there is nothing but this, really? Nine, constantly talking to herself. Nine scowled. Oh, she hated this witch with every fibre of her body. But Flabbergast trusted Nine to help save Spoon, and there was no other way. Fine, she snapped, regret piercing her even as she spoke that word. You get back Dish and Spoon, and you can travel in the house. Then there remains just one problem, little thief, said the witch, circling her once more. She leaned forwards and whispered in Nine's ear, How do I know I can trust you? Me? Gasped Nine indignantly. I'm not the one who curses houses and tricks people. Yet you steal, little thief. You lie. And you betray. The witch raised an eyebrow. The locket you stole. The candle in the satchel. Of course, I'm certain my brother knows you are speaking with me here, right now. And the witch smiled sweetly. Shall I go on? Nine scowled. Well, how do I know that I can trust you? The witch let out another tinkling laugh. Oh, dearest thief, you know so very little. Do you remember what I told you the first time I met you? I told you that I was a friend. Oh, yes, that's right. Just before you tried to kill me, wasn't it? Nine said pointedly. For your information, friends don't threaten each other with consequences. Oh, said the witch airily and smiled. You'd be surprised. Nine realised how little she actually knew about the witch standing in front of her. The one she was trusting to keep her word. I don't even know your name. And I, dearest thief, don't even know yours. Not your real name, but then neither do you, Nine. The word stung. She'd only ever known her name, given to her by the gangmaster, which had given her the 9th orphan position in the gang. So we find ourselves in an unmovable position, said the witch, continuing to circle. Perhaps we should both take a risk. Agreed? Nine stared at the witch in hatred and frustration as she strutted around her. What choice did she have? Agreed, she growled. Suddenly the witch stepped backwards and clapped her hands. Well, the deal is done. How terribly exciting. Our little secret. There was that same flicker of sadness in the witch's eyes for the briefest of moments, and then it was gone. Doubts and worries twisted inside Nine, but she was determined to show the witch no weakness. Fine, play your games now. We need to stop Ophelia, but we don't even know where she is. Ah, said the witch, but we do know exactly where she will be. You cannot leave beyond without buying or trading something from each shop. What is the one shop that has not yet opened? The bookshop. Gather your pathetic friends. I believe, dearest thief, it is time for us to go shopping. And when you have finished in the bookshop, I do not care how you achieve it, but you must bring me my aunt here. I will be waiting for her. The witch gave yet another tinkling laugh, and so the game truly begins. Then she stepped backwards into the shadows of the shop and vanished from view. Before Nine's eyes, the red sparkly letters appeared. Our little secret. And I'm going to stop it there because we're not at the end of the chapter. About halfway, it's a bit of a longer chapter. So we will continue tomorrow.